Sway Health.
My name is Amanda Belknap. I'm from the National Association for Healthcare Quality, Director of Marketing, and I would like to retire the words 6-7. I have 2 little boys and they say it all the time and I never want to hear it again.
Hi, I'm Laura Miller, CEO of TempDev. The word I'd like to retire in 2025 is the hype of AI. I think our clients are still really wondering how they're going to implement certain programs like enhanced care management, like a PACE organization, and AI has not really gotten there yet. It will get there, we have no doubt, but today we're worried about practical solutions and also looking forward to the future of AI, but understanding it hasn't actually taken over just yet.
Hi, I'm Dimitri Yanikopoulos, the Chief Innovation Officer at Qure.AI. The one word that I would like to see retired coming out of this year is agent or agentic. Many reasons. It shows up everywhere. That's one of the many reasons. It's also not entirely clear what it means. We do leverage agentic AI. We've been doing it for years with multiple processes autonomously activated. Yet it doesn't really shine through. Folks don't necessarily understand that. And it does show up literally everywhere.
Hi, my name is Adrienne Woods. I'm the Vice President of Digital Engagement at Hackensack Meridian Health. And one thing that I would like to stop talking about in 2026 is web traffic. Because what we know now is that we really need to focus on patients and new patients, keeping the patients that we have. It doesn't matter if they're on the web page or not. So web traffic is out for 2026. Patient encounters and patient access is what we want to talk about.
Hi, Angela Adams, CEO at Inflow Health. This is going to be pretty ironic coming from a CEO of an AI company. However, what I would like to retire this year is the word AI. I think that we have overused this and we need to start describing the problems that we're solving and allowing people to understand the methodology of AI that we're using to solve that problem rather than just saying we all do AI.
Hey, I'm Jim Slavo with Huron, director here, and here is what one word I want to retire from 2025. The word is silos. Healthcare, break them down, folks. Just tear down the silos. We're better together.
I'm Rosal Sinham, VP of Marketing at Civi. The one term that I think that should retire, and I wrote an article about this actually to our radiologist, is cannot roll out, which is very confusing to a referring physician. I think they should focus on the most likely diagnosis instead of cannot roll out. That is less confusing. And the second one, you can choose whatever you think is best, is the outdated CPT codes, because we want to reduce denial rates in the industry. So if they're outdated CPT codes, why are we still having them? Why do they get rid of them? Why do they still exist in the industry? So yeah, those 2 things.
I'm Kathy from Greystone Net, and I was asked what word I'd like to retire in 2025. And I'm not sure I really know, but I think at this conference I've heard a whole lot of copy that, and I think I'm over copy that.
Hi, my name is Rika, pronounced like Costa Rica, and I work with Athelis. I'm a physical therapist by trade, so the word that I would like to retire this year is the word tired. I work day in, day out as an outpatient provider, and I now get the pleasure and the blessing of consulting with medical practices to spread the good word about tools that I wish that I had in practice and made me tired on a daily basis. I would see 3 patients on the hour, and all I wanted to do was provide high quality care to my patients. But I would go home tired every single day, worn out from the administrative burden that was naturally involved in my day-to-day. And what better way to start the new year invigorated and energized than to retire the word tired.
Brandon Scott here, Chief Innovation and Growth Officer at 10 Atoms. One thing that we should retire as we get away from 2025 and we walk into 2026, let's walk away from talking about a seamless experience. It does not really exist. The stitches are worth it. The stitches give you empathy. The stitches are the ways that we can identify where things really aren't working and we can meet consumers where they really are. Friction is real. Remove the friction. There's ways to be efficient on our side to do that, but let's go ahead and embrace the fact that there is no seamless experience when somebody's looking for emergent care or anything else that's going on. The stitches is where the magic happens. Let's be proactive and embrace it. Embrace the suck, right? Let's go ahead and do that.
Hi, I'm Don from SciImage,
And the word I'd like to see retired next year is AI. And I know that sounds controversial, and I know we all have AI integrated into our systems, and it's wonderful. But let's be honest, we've got AI fatigue in healthcare. Everybody talks about AI. I believe that it's a technology that's necessary, that's going to continue to grow, that's going to continue to make us all better at what we do. But we need to start to integrate it into what we do as a daily practice and not talk about it like it's something special or something on the outside. So let's all retire the word and take advantage of the technology going forward.
Hi, I'm Jessica Walker with Qure.AI. So for me, the 2025 word I'd like to retire is agentic AI, mostly because it gets miscategorized and puts into different areas that people have no idea what they're talking about. So let's move beyond it and just talk about serving patients the right way.
Hi, I'm Amanda Flinders from STAT, and I want to retire the word Riz because it makes me cringe every time I hear a 50-year-old man in my office say Riz.
Hi, I'm Josh Clark with IHI, and the thing that I would like to retire from 2025 is our obsession with social media. Would love to see us connecting more in person, looking up from our phones, and having more deeper, meaningful conversations. And I think I'm not in the minority on that. So looking forward to connecting with everyone here in the future.
Hi, I'm Tom Valent, ADOC's Chief Business Officer. The word I'd like to retire this year is platform. That's pretty provocative, but almost any player in this space is calling themselves a platform regardless of what they do. I think that has diluted the meaning of a platform. I think what health systems really need, if we're speaking about my space, which is imaging AI, they need a true operating system because as we've seen, many health systems have been burnt by this. Deploying AI is actually much more difficult than it sounds. An operating system behind the scenes, connecting to all the existing IT systems and all the native workflows of radiologists as well as other physicians is the way to actually deploy AI effectively and at scale. So to me, platform is an overused term that should be retired, and every company should use a better defined and more specific term.
Hi, I'm Jessica from Prognosis, and the one phrase that I do not want to hear in 2026 as the mother of a teenage boy is, "That's fire."
Hi, I'm Sonia Gupta, the Chief Medical Officer of Optum Enterprise Imaging. And I have to say there are two words that I don't want to hear about in 2025 ever again, and that's CDs. I think that our patients shouldn't have to get a physical CD of a scan that they've had done and then take it to another hospital. I think their imaging should follow them in the cloud, ideally, and go with them anywhere. And most of our computers don't even have the ability to take a CD anymore. The other words are fax. I don't want to hear about ever having to fax a medical record. I hope that we can devise better ways to communicate patient information that, again, can either follow our patients wherever they go or be sent a different way.
Hey everybody, I'm Craig Fairfield. I'm Managing Director at Wax Healthcare Marketing. A thing I'd like to leave in 2025 is the phrase low-hanging fruit, because there is no such thing. All the fruit's good. Maybe climb to the top of the tree, get some hard-hanging fruit. I don't know. But let's not do low-hanging fruit anymore.
Hello all, this is Todd Geyer here at 2025 IHI. One thing that I would like to actually see retired is my mute button still on? Can you see my screen? Both of those have got to go.
This is Jim Mercadante, Chief Commercial Officer for Qure.AI. The one word or phrase we'd like to get rid of in 2026 is NLP. It's old, it's outdated, we're tired of hearing it, and quite frankly, if it's not LLM, it's not next gen.
Hi, I'm Rob Klein from G-Site here at the HCIC conference, and the word that I would like to retire is pivot. We overuse that, and I think it's time to talk about being adaptive and resilient. But my word for getting rid of is pivot.
Hey, it's always fun to think about a word or phrase you'd kind of like to retire from the lineup. And I think we've been working for a long time to retire paradigm, but it's still sticking around. But now one of the things that I'd like to retire is maybe scalable, because if you're not doing something that can scale, you're really not doing something worth doing. So why don't we just assume that's part of the vocabulary and move on to 2026?
Hi, I'm Brad from Symmetris, a digital agency focused on building healthcare websites. And the thing that I would probably retire as a word is doing more with less. I'm just tired of hearing about that. Can we just do stuff and stop saying that we're doing it with less?
Hi, I'm Roy from MedQ, and what I would like to retire in 2025 is manual entry. We are doing so many things manual today when there are computers and other alternatives out there, but yet we're still utilizing paper and pen to do them. And I think that's just a waste of time and energy.
Hi, I'm Lexi, and I'm the Director of New Business here at Wax. And something that I think we should retire and leave in 2025 is ChatGPT, because nobody thinks for themselves anymore.
I'm Emily Ansel. I'm the CEO of Private Health News. I am in Vegas and I have lost my voice. But what we're going to talk about a little bit are things that are phrases that I want to retire. Candidly, all of the passive-aggressive email phrases. Let's put a pin in it. Friendly reminder. Moving this to the top of your inbox. I've sent you a few emails. Let's just either say it how it is or just let it go.
I'm Jessica Bearhorse, IHI faculty, and the word I'd like to see retired in 2025 is, am I still on mute? Because I keep doing it every time I join a meeting.
Hi, my name is Marianne Susi from Consensus Cloud Solutions. The one thing that I would love to see retired in the year 2025 is the word bottleneck. Bottlenecking processes, bottlenecking workflows. I think just that we could do better.
This is John Cates from Invoca, and the one word or phrase I want to retire after this year is, can you see my screen?
I'm Aaron Clifford, Vice President of Consumer Experience at Press Ganey. The one word I'd like to retire from in 2025 would be digital front door. Love digital, but let's get digital front door. It's been here too long. Let's retire it.
Hey there, Tom Brand with Health Stack Partners. I don't know if there's a word that I would retire, but I guess I'd like to de-emphasize kind of the AI phraseology around it being kind of this new shiny thing, and start looking at it as another tool in the toolbox and what it can possibly do. But instead of kind of these exploratory words around what people are doing with AI, I'd like to see more what's been done and more practical outcomes and that kind of thing.
Hello, I'm Guillermo Sander from Konica Minolta, Director of Radiology Marketing. And the one phrase I want to leave behind in 2025 is AI is going to replace the radiologist. AI is a tool for the radiologists to make their job better, not a replacement. So let's go beyond that.
Hey all, this is Caleb Hartman from Loyal, and the word that I want to retire in 2025 is it is what it is. Cannot stand that buzzword. It needs to go away permanently. So people, please stop saying it is what it is.
Hi, it's Colleen Massa here at WG Content. What phrase do I want to let go of in 2025? Would be to do more with less.
Hey, I'm Dalton Patterson. I'm the Director of Health Tech Services with Supreme Optimization, part of Supreme Group. And what I'm ready to leave behind in 2025 is all of 2025. I'm ready for 2026 and everything that it holds. And as far as 2025 goes, we had government shutdowns. X fell off as a platform. I'm ready to leave it all behind us and look forward to a great 2026.
All right. Hi, I'm Cynthia from Huge. I think the word, phrase, or thing I would retire in 2025 is digital front door. It's a front door. It doesn't have to just be digital. It could also be a front door.
I'm David Cohen, Chief Product and Technology Officer with Greenway Health. And the word that I would like to retire from 2025 is burnout. With agentic AI and AI automation, we're finally going to be taking the clicks out of healthcare and giving physicians more time to care.
Hi, my name is Shelby Auer. I'm a Senior Account Manager at Hetty & Hop. And one word or phrase that I would love to retire in after 2025, circling back. Let's circle back. We'll circle back. No. Let's end the circling back. We'll get back to you. It's in the notes. It's a next step. It's an action item, but enough of the circling. Enough of the circling.
Hey, this is Brittany from Raider8, and the one word I want to retire from 2025 this year is 6-7.
Sway Health.